Hello, everybody.
Equal rights and equal lefts. Damn it.
Huh.
You brought this out, Mikey.
I
Here
didn't
we
do
go.
anything. You want to know why
You
I
brought it
upset
up.
Joe, everybody?
What's going on here? Hey, comic shop folks.
Hello,
My bad.
everybody.
I ruined it. My bad. Go
No,
ahead.
you didn't, because I realized earlier we don't even have an official intro.
Oh, we really don't. Well,
like-
you had one that was really good, but it's been a hot second since we used it, and I think we just forgot.
We use it. It's just, hey, everyone, welcome back to the Comic Shop, where we slice and dice through our local comic book stores to talk to you about all things horror and nerdy. I guess that's an intro.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
I'm into it.
Yep, a hole's a
Oh,
hole.
yeah.
Now,
Wow.
we are back with season... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
Wow, he caught
That
himself.
was so fucking good. That was so good.
We're back with I'm gonna say season 2 because the last season 2 didn't count. Episode 2. And we have some interesting books to bring to you guys. Sorry, it's been a while, but our comic book stores need to get on the same page because
Dude.
what one has, the others don't. And
Yeah.
not like we're all in the same city and I can just go drive my happy ass to these fellers' apartment and be like, hey, we're reading this one today. But we have managed to find one that actually not even our comic book stores had. I had to mail it to Lance. Snail
Yeah,
mail.
you really did.
Olivier had to put on his pony and go walk it over to Lance.
Thank you, by the way, again.
Again, he didn't thank me the first time, but
I thanked you the first time. Don't you say that.
we'll see. Before we get started, though, there is some comic book happenings in the movies. Have you guys, and we touched about it a little bit on Slashers, but I actually saw the preview, the trailer finally, but how are y'all feeling about Clayface?
Oh,
Meh.
Hmm?
Meh.
Have you seen the trailer, Joe?
No, I haven't seen the trailer. I'm just disillusioned with the James Gunn's DCU, which I think this is going to be a part of, or is this going to be part of just the Batman?
so I think this is a part of the Batman
So not the
universe.
DCU. Okay.
Yeah. Like I think it's adjacent. I don't know if they're gonna allow it to get in there, but I think because I think they said something about this is a previous thing, like it's like a prequel to the Batman world. So I think you might catch Penguin, maybe. Like I don't know, from that universe. So, but it looks like, I mean, from the trailer alone, it looks really sick. It's very Fan of the Opera esque, which kind of works with that style for that character. I mean, especially because he's an actor and so forth. But I think he's the second guy who played Clayface, who actually becomes Clayface, not the original that you know from the old Batman days. It's the secondary actor guy.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then I will retract my statement for the meh, and I'm gonna have to check out the trailer. I'm just disillusioned. I finally finished Peacemaker 2, the series, and I was pretty pissed off. I was deeply upset at the end. So
you didn't like him going into the other world?
well, it's just it didn't resolve. There was no resolution. There was no. You had 2 music videos for bands that nobody knows, and there was no big fight. There was no big finale. James Gunn used it just to set up the rest of his movies, which he said he was never going to do, especially with Peacemaker. He was going to tell complete stories, and that is how the show's going to end. So I'm mad. I'm mad at DC right now.
That's the John Cena one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that, Mikey?
It was
or
good.
no?
Everything else was good, though. Everything else about that series was good. So
I wanted to see it, not because of the reasons probably why y'all saw it, but I really like, I forgot her name, but from Orange is the New Black.
What's her name? The
Danielle
his
Brooks.
best friend.
Danielle Brooks is her real name. 'Cause she's
okay.
also a singer. But she was
I
in
did not
Orange
know
is the
that.
New Black. Yeah. And I like her. I think she's funny. She's also
Yeah.
in Minecraft. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, but you've seen Minecraft.
Any generation is like, oh,
Yeah, we're gonna hit
her.
every generation to make sure you know who Nicole Brooks is.
Yeah. No, she's great though. She's a
I mean,
really good
Danielle
actress.
Brooks.
No.
Yeah, she's funny.
and she tore it up. She actually tore it up in that in Peacemaker 2. She was really
Okay,
good.
Yeah.
I was about to ask. if
Like,
she
I
was
mean,
in the second one.
Crocodile tears. Like she cried.
Yeah.
cried.
Oh.
It's really good.
Oh
Really
yeah,
good.
especially the neighborhood scene in the
Oh man.
alternative world type scenarios. Dude, there's a part where she's like, What the beep?
Yes, thanks for censoring yourself, Lance. This is a family-friendly show.
Yes.
But no, real quick to touch on Clayface. I saw the trailer. I have no investment in it. I'm not really a big fan of the Batman universe, but the only reason you can kind of tell it is in the DC universe is because it opens up with Gotham, I believe. Yeah, like Gotham newspaper. And that's pretty much it. But it does look like they are going to go full horror. So that's kind of exciting. Like, so it was in the beginning of the Mortal Kombat film, the trailer. And so I took my kids because even though it's rated R, everybody I know, my kids love Mortal Kombat. And I was even like debating if I should. Actually, I did tell my kids not to look at the screen when the trailer was on. Cause like this is a lot. So, like I mentioned on slashers, I'm hoping that they do full horror and not like they try to do when they're like, "Ooh, the first comic book movie that's going to be horror," and it's like just a little drizzle of horror.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But with that, the last episode of Much Ado About Nerding, if you haven't heard, it's about Mortal Kombat 95.
95. Yeah, we go into that,
Nice.
and we actually do a fair amount, a lot amount. Most of
A lot
this,
of
most of this,
mounting.
it's ooh, nice. Yeah, we do a lot. We talk a lot about the video games, and not just that video game, but basically how this is the benchmark of which all the other video game movies are judged against.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, this is the greatest comic book movie ever made. The
don't
original
know.
Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter, that movie, I mean, looks like
The
it's
new one might take
Yeah.
it. The new one.
Yeah,
Not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, no,
but
no,
yeah,
no,
check
no.
out that episode when we talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for the plug, Mikey.
You're welcome. Because I was also going to say, did anybody see the new movie, Mortal Kombat 2?
I
have not.
started watching it.
Oh, God. Never mind. So I saw it. It was great. It was better than the original one. Not really a spoiler, but my biggest gripe is because we've had Mortal Kombat 1. Everybody was pissed off because it revolved around a man named, what was his name? I don't
Liu
know.
Kang?
Exactly.
The
What was
guy
his
that
name?
is not in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everybody was pissed off. Even I was kind of like, this is kind of strange. But in the first film, he's like one of the great grandsons of Scorpion. I don't think that's a spoiler. But I was
Or
kind
is
of
it?
upset because, first of all, he's super fucking hot. And you've made me like this guy halfway through the first one because I was like, fine, I'll give him a chance, whatever. I was like, okay, I like him. I don't really understand his superpower, but I like him. And then the second one, basically, he is in the first Mortal Kombat for 50 minutes. He is in the second Mortal Kombat for a collection of 3 minutes. And I just felt that did him a little dirty. And I know people aren't going to care because people don't really like him, but I'm like, but I liked him. You made me like him, and then you took him away from me.
I mean, if you're talking about the character I'm thinking you're talking about.
Well, the main character of the first one,
Yeah, I mean,
Cole. His name is Cole.
Yeah, his exit, as you would say, was pretty epic.
Okay, well, we don't have to get into that. But it also makes it, that was the only thing that was predictable for me. But everything else is great. Dua Lipa as Katana is amazing. Also, people are going to be upset because if you're expecting the Johnny Cage show, sorry. But this is the Katana show, everybody. Johnny Cage does have a huge part, and he's funny, and he's great. It's also very strange because before I even knew that Carl Urban was going to be Johnny Cage, I was like, they should have got him for Kano, because he is Kano and the Boys. And then the guy who plays Kano and Carl Urban have many scenes together in the second one, and I'm like, this is strange, because one's American, one's Australian, but they're playing the opposite. And I thought they should play the opposite characters. But it's a very good movie. I loved it. Hopefully everyone else loves it. I really hope they're going to come out with a third one. It's far better than the first one, even though I did like the first one, but it's great. And I'm just kidding, everybody. Dua Lipa is not Katana. That was just a joke because she looks like her.
I was thinking in my brain, I was like, where's he going with that?
I was about to say I did not hear about that.
No, when I saw the commercial, I thought it was Dua Lipa.
That's so funny.
And I just with this movie, I was just disappointed that Carl Urban was going to be Johnny Cage. It just didn't work in my head. Again, I haven't seen the movie. I was kind of,
No,
I'll
I
see
feel
it.
you because
And I
I
hope I'm
was
wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
They just kind of aged him. That's I think the only reason they ended
Yeah.
up using him was
that's
that. 'Cause
why I was okay with it because I really wanted because in the animated Mortal Kombat movies, um, Joel McHale plays Johnny Cage and he does a great vocally Johnny Cage and he kept himself in shape. He's pretty ripped. He's pretty hot. I was like, they should have just gotten him to play Johnny Cage.
Hmm.
But Johnny Cage is supposed to be like washed up. So I'm like, okay. So just like Cole from the first one, I started getting used to the idea as Carl Urban as Johnny Cage in
Yeah.
this new one. So it's great. Have a fun time. Don't take it too seriously. And you know, I don't know what they say at the end of Mortal Kombat, rock on or whatever. Um,
Have you guys watched The Boys, the last season stuff yet?
no,
Or
I haven't even
No.
seen the previous season.
Oh my god,
I know.
it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. They've definitely came to roost the day for like, and it's different obviously than the comic book because you're not going to get the Homelander ending that you got in the comic book version of the stuff. I think they're skimming the rim of it, but like
They're
they're not
rimming
going to. Yeah, they're not going to go full rim job. They're only going partial rim.
The tongue's not going in to the poop chute. It's just, yeah.
A legit rim job. It's just
Yeah.
a rim job.
Just the rim job.
There's no
sorry for y'all's partners.
tongue punching the fart box.
Shoots and ladders, Joe. But we have a tie-in here because Mortal Kombat 2. Katana actually is played by a legit person that has their own IMDb page. Forgot her name. But we also have Tati Gabrielle who plays Jade. And Jade and Katana are like sisters. And I had no idea until like a week after I saw the movie and they were interviewing them. If you've seen The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Jade and Katana are two of the three weird sisters in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So that's a cool little connection if you didn't know that.
Yeah, actually, it even goes even more of a connection with our book selection because
Yes, Lance, that's what I said earlier. So today we are reviewing.
Lord,
Golly.
Well, let me lead, Lance. Jesus.
Oh
But if
my
I
God.
say, "Hey, Lance, you wanna run next episode?" Which leads me to my next point. Today we are reviewing two comic books. We are reviewing Archie X Army of Darkness issue 3 and The Dark Detective, Sherlock Holmes, The Dark Detective issue 1, I believe is what it's called.
Knights of Frankenstein. Oh, that's just that one.
I was
I
like,
thought
I
that was
don't
the
think
whole
that's what
Oh no,
it's-
it is.
The first
Yeah,
one?
Knights of Frankenstein.
wait, which one? Did
Because
you
I have
get?
one. I have number 1, number 2, and number 4. And 1 and 4 say Knights of Frankenstein.
What does your first one look like? The first issue?
It's this guy. Oh God. That one.
Okay.
And then that's 4.
That's so funny because it's like mine is the volume 1 where it has just him on there, and it's Sherlock Holmes, the Dark Detective Special, Dr. Nicola, and the Soldier Legacy.
Did we read different comics?
We might have read different comic books.
Lance, what happens in yours?
Because I have the one that you sent me, obviously, so I'm assuming. Well, kind of see it.
I mean, the art's the same. Is the publisher the same that IPI? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, but mine says volume 1, number 1.
Oh, I got volume
March
2.
26.
Well, you know what, everybody?
And I'm May 26.
Well, you know what?
Maybe we just do Archie.
Which correlates more to what Mikey was saying earlier. Not me, of
Thank you,
course.
Lance.
Mhm.
Rewind the tapes, everybody. Lance is trying to make it seem like I didn't say. But anyways,
Literally.
My bad, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry there was confusion on this because I think I was the one that picked this one up and was like, oh, this one looks pretty good. And the shit part is I liked that comic book.
no, I
How
don't
did
think.
you not read the first one?
No, that's the
Wait,
first
what?
issue, but it's volume 2.
Yeah.
Here's the confusing part because I actually think that I picked this up first, and then you were like, "That looks cool. Let me go check it out." And then you went and you got
Okay.
the issues that you got. And so, everyone, full disclosure, I lost mine. I don't know where it went. And so, but I went and got another one for Lance, that's for damn sure. And the confusing thing, I was like, okay, I'm going to get a digital copy because I've bought digital copies of comics before. Could not find this one online to save my life. But there were so many recent Dark Detective, Sherlock Holmes, Frankenstein versus like, not versus, but like there was another one like what you said, Lance, that name. And so I was
Oh,
just
Dr.
Nicola.
Nicola.
Yeah, Nicola something.
Yeah.
And so I ended up reading the one that Joe has. So real quick, we'll just give these comics some love. They're from IPI Publishing. Um, in my opinion, one of the things that I really enjoy about them is the illustrations. I like the covers. They look, some of them I'm a little scared, look a little AI, um,
Mhm.
but, or maybe just bad CGI, but the ones that are animated look pretty good. Lance, what was yours about?
So like there's like two different stories going on in this. Like so there's the front part of it that has um I guess a young Sherlock Holmes when he's a young kid, and Mycroft, his older brother, is in this one, and basically there are some family friends that live nearby. Somebody, I guess, pretended they were a vampire at some point. Mycroft goes off to school, so Sherlock is by himself to his own nefarious, whatevers. And this one family leaves because somebody said somebody came into the room and scared one of the mistresses of the house. So then they left and they come back months later, and then she's in the room and he's like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna go check her room to make sure she's okay. Not that it doesn't seem very creepy, but whatever. And he's there, and then all of a sudden there's like this Nosferatu looking kind of vampire that comes through the window. He freaks out. Somebody comes in. They all chase him down a path to the local cemetery that's nearby, it seems like.
Mhm.
Shoot him in the leg. They see the dead body in the coffin. They stab it. And then all of a sudden, that's it. Mycroft comes back because Holmes is freaked out by the whole situation. They figure it out. It was some kind of nefarious plan to, I don't know what. And then basically they're arrested because Mycroft came with the constable. He punches somebody out at one point. Sherlock Holmes is crying. That's the whole story. Like, legitimately, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then there's the second part in the back of the book, which is the Nicola one, and the legacy soldier, or soldier's legacy, who's an Australian. I'm assuming Dr. Nicola is Nicola, like the one we
Tesla.
all know, that, yeah, electricity and everything like that.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
The
but then like
Cybertruck guy.
he's fighting people. Some of the wording they use in here is hilarious because they're British, but they're like it's like semi like learn their first words of how English people talk. So they're just like, hey mate, watch out. Hey, look out. Right. Hey, blah blah blah. Like I was like, what is going on? And then there's the Australian version of that because the other guy's Australian. So he has short shorts, like your typical quote unquote Australian.
Shrimp on the Barbie, Australian.
Yeah, has a little hat with a flip hat because he's a soldier. So it's like one of those kind of style hats, and he has a mask under that hat with like one of those bandana masks. So like they're looking for this jewelry. He goes to a bartender slash whorehouse, I guess, to find this other character. It's basically kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and little Mr. Hyde type deal with a ring. So like he gets all big, and they just start chasing him. They start fighting each other, and then that ended. Total like, okay, what's going on here? Basically for the first episode. So somehow you guys missed this, and I read this today, and I'm like, what
I mean,
did they pick?
we had issue 2, and it sounded like yours started from the middle of a story than we did. I mean, volume 2.
Yeah,
Looking at this, I think the issue is what's it in the limited runs? What's it called when there's only 4 issues?
yeah,
Not
like a
one
short
shot.
run. Like
Okay,
a
well,
short-
I think the Dark Detective is a lot of short runs because I'm saying Dark Detective Claws of Chimera. I don't know how to do that. There's a Christmas one. There's Knights of Frankenstein. There's the vampire one, which is I think the one that Lance has.
yeah.
So apparently, Sherlock Holmes and Watson are just the new Abbott and Costello. Um,
Do you have Watson? I didn't even have Watson. I literally
Watson's
had.
in our story.
Yeah,
And it does not start when
Watson's in
he's
ours.
yeah, and it doesn't start when he's a kid.
Yeah, he's like
But
10 in mine.
yeah, so I you know what? We're just gonna briefly talk about these things. Lance, you sounded like you had a hoot and a half with that one. So
It was fun.
good job. Um, Joe and I read the first issue of the vamp or not the Frankenstein one and what it's Knights of Frankenstein. And I actually really like the illustration. I think it and I was noticing if I did have any weird feelings about it, it's because I read The Army of Darkness and this one back to back and they're completely different animations, illustrations, tone. Um, this one I felt like I was watching Wishbone on PBS, but it was a little more mature. I was confused sometimes by the way they spoke. And I don't know because I only read the first issue. I don't know how adult they're gonna get because in the beginning it starts off with like this old lady getting attacked because she has this artifact thing. They don't really explain it in the first issue, which also was kind of confusing. And it looked like he had like a piano wire and he was gonna like saw her head off. Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. Did they just not show what happened to her?
No, because they show both the dead bodies on the ground. I think the only blood was when they like shot the guy that they stabbed. Because like the guy stabs him and then he gets up and he's like, "You fool! You didn't do it right." And
Yeah.
then they like shoot him. Yeah, so I don't know how gory it's going to be, but I think the story was pretty good. I did not like the fact that Sherlock was like, "This looks to be the doppelganger of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein." I'm like, "Oh man, I thought we were gonna have Frankenstein and Sherlock Holmes in the same universe."
Yeah,
Spoiler
that was
alert,
weird
sorry, guys.
too. Yeah, well, I mean, it happened in the first episode. I mean, yeah, in the first issue, because I was like, he keeps saying Mary, and then I was confused because Mary shows up, and apparently Mary. I feel like you have to also know the Sherlock Holmes and Watson lore a little bit before
Yeah.
you read these, because like Mary's Sherlock, I mean, Watson's wife, and I was like, is that Mary Shelley? But it was fun. I love this time period.
The
It
Victorian times.
Yeah, and I just like old. I mean, obviously the racism and misogyny is not great, but I love because I also really like colonial times. I love colonial horror, but every time I do that, people are like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "I'm not talking about that part." Um,
You want to glorify all the best parts, but not the bad parts, is basically what you're
well,
saying.
like the witch, you know.
Yeah.
And so I would continue reading this, but I would space it out between my campy horror because this isn't trying to be campy. It is a Sherlock Holmes story. And if you don't know anything about Sherlock Holmes, maybe don't read it. Because I feel like you have to, and I don't know if this new generation, if they cover Sherlock Holmes. Because I feel like in my time, or excuse me, Joe and my time, I don't know if they taught you much about Sherlock Holmes or Watson, but I feel like they barely touched the surface with us on it. And then being in the horror community, you kind of learn with like Hounds of Bakersfield and some of
Yeah.
those stories.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Give it a read. Go to the store and figure out which one they have.
Yeah. The correct one.
Yeah.
And I
bad.
went to I went to several of my comic book shops in my town here, and like legitimately I went to a lot of places, and it's because they are independent. It's like, I mean, we on the show, we do like to support a lot of independent stuff. So when you're not dealing with Marvel, DC, or Image, you know, it becomes very scarce, especially for all our places that we live in.
Yeah.
So like, good for them. I'm glad they're putting stuff out, you know, and I hope their company does better, you know, in the sense of being able to distribute. Because like, I mean, I know that sucks, and then you want to buy it and stuff like that.
Maybe
But
organize better.
yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
So that was that for the Chilling Adventures of Sherlock Holmes or whatever the fuck it's called. Now, on to our main star of the episode, which is going to be Archie X, The Army of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Issue 3. That's
Oh,
a very
yeah,
nice
one.
cover, Joe.
Yeah, it really is.
Lance, which one do you
This
have?
is the J cover.
It's
Jay,
the one you
something
got me,
like that,
which
I
is the
remember.
same one you just put up. So yeah,
Did I get you this too?
yeah, you did. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Again.
No wonder I'm always poor. So
Give me the money I sent you for it. God.
neither here nor there. Um, irregardless, I'm Lance's personal
Mm.
Amazon. Um,
Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Jesus, like
so
I tried.
Lance, please, water under the bridge, water under a
Uh-huh.
duck's back,
It
or
sounds
whatever,
like it.
whatever. Yes.
Water under the bridge.
I read this today, full of pre-workout on the treadmill. So everyone was like, "Look at that really hot, muscular nerd over there working out at the gym. Like, he's so young."
I didn't
and
go.
big."
I haven't gone to the gym yet.
What?
I'm going right
Oh,
after this. No,
You
he was
usually-
saying the hot muscular nerd. I haven't gone yet.
Oh my god! He said the better one, the younger one.
Wow.
Just
Damn.
Damn,
Can't,
shots fired.
can't argue that one.
I can't wait till you get gray in your beard, Mikey.
Oh, it's
Oh,
there.
you're gonna rue the
Oh,
day.
he has.
So when my beard is really long, which I cut it, but it was like down to here. When I would go like this, it's like Sindel. Like it's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. Look her up if you don't understand the reference, nerds.
The
Um,
nerds.
So I don't know. I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm hyped up on pre-workout or what, but like in our last episode, we reviewed issue 1 and 2, and I was a little like me. I was being a little pussyfoot, and I was all in with this one.
Okay.
Like,
I agree. This one, I was the same way
yeah,
with the first 2 issues, but issue 3, I was like, this actually kind of starting to kick ass.
yeah, it's fun.
I'm seeing a heck of a lot more Ash, being Ash,
Yeah.
as we know Ash is, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't know why I didn't really realize it the first 2 issues, but I'm really appreciating the illustration differences or style differences between Ash and all the Archie characters, because the Archie characters look like they look in the old Archie comics, but Ash is, while he's still similar enough, his features and everything, they're not as kawaii as the Archie characters. That means cutesy in Japanese, Lance. Um,
I'm aware.
I'm a man of many cultures.
Oh, there you go. Wow. Oh, I see.
Yeah. But I just thought it was really fun. It starts off with those stupid dog toys that we were like, is this the new Labubu? And Ash whips their ass. He gathers everybody together. They finally break down who everybody is, because I was a little lost because I'm the youngest one. I didn't know all the Archie characters, but Lance and Joe had to fill in the blanks for me last episode.
That's
it was
right
just-
again today.
It was really
Yeah.
fun. And like Joe said, Ash is becoming Ash finally. Completely different guy than he was in issues 1 and 2. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm liking what he's doing now.
I'm gonna be the person who's gonna say it's funny because I like the first 2 ones a little bit better than you 2 did, and this one I was kind of like, are we gonna finally get some shit going on here? I felt like that again. This book, like, it's like, oh cool, we're at S Mart now, and then all of a sudden S Mart's more like fucking, I don't know, what's the gas station that has like all the food things in it and whatnot, and it's like ginormous.
Yes.
Bucky's, yeah.
Bucky's. So like, I'm kind of like, okay, so initially, S Mart always kind of reminded me of like an old school Kmart, obviously, hence the S Mart. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like, all right, let's get to it. Like, this seems like it's still footing around a little bit, and then like now we have evil Ash calling on a phone. Like, what is this?
That was
and now
great.
there's rules all of a sudden where they can't come over there and attack them because like he didn't read the whole thing. Okay, if he didn't read the whole thing, how do they even exist there then? It's either you read it or you don't read it. Like the whole verse, you know what I mean, for the Evil Dead book. So I mean, for him to go, the evil
Lance.
Deadites, and then it's like, oh, we can come up and come on, man. Like, what is going on here? Like, either give me full fucking Army of Darkness type of vibe or don't. But I again, I feel like, and especially because this is a short run, right? Like, is this another one that's kind of like only has a couple? Okay, we're on book 3. Like, how many books are we doing here before we actually get to the main, thing? We got what, 2 murders, not including the stuffed dogs that became alive.
I don't
think it's a short
run. Doesn't say anything. Usually it says it on the front.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
Like 3 of 7 or whatever.
Yeah. But before I completely dog on you, Lance, did you take your one a day today? Because you're
Oh my
single.
God, here it comes.
Your one a day
Listen,
50 plus.
shit. Hey,
Uh,
I'm really spry for my age, damn it.
well, and I think one of the things I really liked about this issue is it was actually funny. The first two try to do like the campy, funny stuff, but I didn't really think it was too funny. I thought the whole evil Ash calling on the phone and then Ash hangs up on him. I thought that was funny. I was hooting and
I
hollering on the
thought
treadmill.
and I thought it was perfect Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Not so much Evil Dead, but this is because Army of Darkness was goofy. It was a
Yeah,
goofy. It was a goofy movie.
Not that
Sorry,
one.
Disney. Yeah, not that one.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why we're not seeing eye to eye on that.
there you go.
But no, I thought that one. I thought that joke, the calling on the phone joke, was, and then Evil Ash getting upset that he hung up on him, was really good. And then Veronica like introducing everybody. So she's like, so you could stop calling us Twitchy and Sweetheart, and he
Yeah.
continues.
That was
do
funny.
that. And then the splat on the windshield when he's like, "Oh, good, it was a gooey one." I
Yeah.
was like, this is now we're getting into Army of Darkness and then Ash versus the Army of Darkness, the show. Like that type of humor. It's not so much like the Archie humor, which I think the first two were trying to go for more Archie, and this is more Army of Darkness.
Yeah. And I feel like the characters, especially the Archie, because there is a lot of them still alive, they're finally becoming their own characters. Like Veronica, even though she has a short, and she's like you said, she's like, so you can stop calling us this. She parked her luxury vehicle in the garage. I'm like, why? And then because it's a luxury vehicle.
She didn't want bird poop on it.
Yeah. And what did she say? Be careful. He's like, it's too late for that, Toots. There was a lot of like, there was a lot of lines that I wish I could have remembered because I was like, I'm going to bring that up. But what I did really like, and I hope it's not just a throwaway, I hope it actually is going to hint at what's going to happen, is Archie's trying to figure out what page he read because he doesn't remember. He's like, the sticky note fell off.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to figure out where you read because I need to figure out where it is, whatever. And he's like, don't you have like a witch friend or something that can help us out? And he's like, I do, but I lost her number. And I was like, Sabrina, motherfucking teenage witch.
I was like, dude, yeah, I hope that's not a
Yeah.
throwaway. I actually
Yeah.
hope they bring in
Yeah.
Sabrina. Like she saves the day at the end.
Yeah.
Ash
That
can't
would be
do
cool.
it by himself. I think that would be sweet. But I mean, to agree with you, Lance, I am getting kind of antsy. Like, when are we actually going to get into slaughtering deadites and people getting their heads ripped off and stuff? So I mean, I do
Yeah.
agree with that. But I mean,
It's
an
not like
Archie
it
book.
hasn't happened. It happened in the first two issues. It's just if we could have melded the contents that we liked from the first two issues with this, it'd be perfect. And maybe that's what's coming. And
Yeah.
that's kind of why I struggle with comics. Because like I started liking comics when I would buy the collection of them. I don't know what it's called. What do you call
The
it?
trade paperbacks.
Yeah, like when there was a lot of them, so it wasn't like, well, what's coming next? But I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I haven't really had a comic that I've looked forward to going and getting since, um, oh God, what was it called? I don't remember. It was a superhero one from Image, and I forgot what it was.
Savage Dragon.
No,
Spawn.
it was
Savage
Max.
Dragon.
It was okay. So this is y'all are gonna don't judge me. I bought this comic because I thought the guy was gonna be gay because it was very homoerotic. It was like a superhero was like trying to get this young guy to fulfill his spot as this superhero, and it was weird things like popping up like while he's having sex, like while he's in the shower. So it was always like these weird like, and then it didn't happen. They didn't, and then the comic book just ended. I was like,
You're like, damn it.
got blue balls. But anyways, regardless of that, I will be buying the rest of these because I will
Well,
revolt
yeah.
if Sabrina doesn't come back. But
Now kind of invested into the idea of it. You know what I mean? Like it's I think what it is where you guys are right now, I was already in that mindset for 1 and 2. You know what I mean? So for me, basically getting a little bit more from the third one comparatively to the other two, I'm kind of like at this point, I'm like, I'm usually like a 3 comic to 4 comic book kind of person where it's like, if you don't sell me into the story you're trying to pull off or the things that you want by then, I'm kind of going, okay, why am I here still? Why is the story going to be anything extra than what it is? So it's like 3 didn't give me anything more than I got from the first 2. So I'm kind of like, all right, cool. But like, where's my murder mayhem? Where are Deadites being slaughtered? Where are all the, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool that Ash is a little bit more like Ash, and before the other ones were like, you know, Archie was Archie and all the gang, you know, whatever. But I'm like, let's get to it.
Yeah, it seems kind of just like a bridge episode because they got to get out of the house, and this is them getting out of the house. And maybe you felt that way because last time we read 2 books instead of 1. Maybe it may have felt different if we just read the first one, if we just read the second one. But, you know, that's why I wanted to read the third one because I was like, I feel like there's more. And it kind of, maybe if we would have reviewed all the first 3 together, you wouldn't feel that way because this would have connected with the first 2.
It would be a continuation story for me in the sense of that. Yeah. I mean, and then again, like you guys said, the Sabrina part is really, you know, like, okay. And does that mean Archie becomes a little bit more ashy at that point? You know what I mean? Like in the sense of his attitude towards things. I mean, does, you know, her being there kind of switch it up to more of a thing?
He's still kind of an idiot, I will say. But that's the charm of Archie, I guess, is just the innocent idiot.
Well, I think with this, because what we said in the last episode, I know I was disappointed that Archie wasn't going to be the Ash character.
Right.
And now that I know that, I'm not going into this book, like in the middle of this book being like, oh man, like disappointed, like right off the bat. Now I know what's going on. And now I could just get past my little bitch fit during the first 2 books of that being the case. So, but yeah,
I think
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, but you sold me into the idea of it now. So like now I'm like, why is it not happening? So like I think maybe I just flip flop with you. I was just gonna like, you're like you've come to terms, and I'm going, no, he's right. Why hasn't it done that? Why can't we have that? You fuckers, like, what the hell?
Seriously though, man. Seriously.
I don't know, but maybe it'll be a running theme with the episodes. We'll review a comic, but then we're also going to touch back with Archie, see how it's going.
Yeah. That actually might not be a bad idea. Yeah, have a running review storyline. Yeah.
Because this is so far probably been the one that we've liked the best, or at least have been engaged in the most
for the season. Yeah, so far.
Of our extensive second season. But I'm excited to keep reading it. I think we should keep reading it, and I look forward to further issues.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on my sub so I don't have to keep trying to find it when it, like, you know what I mean, it comes out or whatever, and be like, go to my store and be like, hey guys, I know I've been a little wishy-washy with this one. Can I just have it on my sub? And so
yeah, and I found out that there's because I was like, ugh, I should open up a comic book and coffee shop by my house because there's not one on my area, and I looked up and there is. So I'll be
nice
adventuring. I mean, nice because it's more convenient because I have to go like 30 minutes to drive 30 minutes to get to the comic shop. But you know, there goes my $1 million idea of opening a comic book shop on the south side.
Yeah, we have one of those weirdly over here in my area. Well, I know you don't.
I know where yours are because you always take me to my visit.
No, not that one. Not the coffee one. The coffee and comic book one.
Oh.
I think it's called. Is it called Blackboard? It used to be called
BBC.
Blam Comics. Like it's just like, but like now I think it's more of like it's a coffee shop / comic book. But I find that weird to some degree because I'm always like, but it's liquid near the.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you
books.
spill,
like, well, you got to buy it first before you read. I mean, it's like owning a Barnes and Noble. You run the danger of people taking your books into the shitter.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I love how you jumped from that to that again.
It's fine.
The leaps Mikey is taking today. The leaps.
I'm sorry. It's just the pre-workout is still inside me. But with that said, everybody, we're going to bring this episode to a close. We hope you enjoyed this second episode of The Comic Chop with me and Lance from Slashers Podcast and Joe from Much Ado About Nerding. You can listen to Slashers Podcast every Monday wherever fine podcasts are available. You can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/slasherspod, obviously, because you're here. And then you can listen to Joe and his sister Sal at Much Ado About Nerding. You can follow them on Instagram at Much Ado About Nerding Pod with underscores instead of spaces. You can follow Slashers Podcast at Slashers Pod on Instagram. You follow me, Southern Fried Mikey on Instagram, Lance at Zombie vs Hate, and Joe.
Squints 1984.
I was gonna say, we won't bring that joke back.
He was doing so good until he got to that point. And you can see his face. I was like, oh, he's not going to remember this.
No, I remembered. It's just I was gonna say something that was gonna make him mad. Anyways, now
The
with
leaps.
that said, the leaps and bounds that I make for this show. Anywho, everyone, have a lovely day. Read your shit. Tell us what you want us to read. Tell us what you're reading. Tell us your opinion. If you're reading Archie and the Army of Darkness, tell us your opinion. If you're reading Sherlock Holmes versus Godzilla or whatever the fuck is out there now. And we'll be back to you next month with a brand new spanking, probably gay episode because it's June. Happy Pride, F words.
We're proud every month.
Yeah, we don't need a month. We need every day's proudness.
Thank you.
That's not what I was going for, Lance. That was not what I was going for.